This is the Clipse explaining the inspiration behind The Birds Don't Sing and why they decided to place it first on their new album. So just insight on what the album is, or sorry, what the song is about. Birds Don't Sing, RIP and condolences. The Clipse lost both of their parents like 4 months apart. Mom passed, RIP Mama Love, and then 4 months later their dad passed. I don't even think they were still together, but obviously it was hard on them. So this is them explaining the story of that situation, dealing with it, and the point of view of it is so dope how they did it. They basically both, chose a parent. I think Malice chose mom. No, Malice chose pops, and Pusha chose mom, and they basically wrote them like a letter in audio form. And this is them talking about it. Let's go ahead and watch this.
This album, track one, because I heard it last night. How do you even start an album like that?
We had to get that out the way because it had to be done. It was just so deep. You always think, as far as death, it's gonna happen to somebody else. It's gonna happen at some far off, abstract time, not in your family or whatever. I mean, you know it happens, but to process it.
For it to hit your doorstep.
Yeah.
You don't prepare for it.
The way that it did, with my parents passing within 4 months of each other. Wow. So it wasn't just like once you think, okay, after it happened once, it's gonna be another long time. But now it was like back to back. We had to speak about it, and we just thought it was a fitting way to just like let the fans in on, what we've been through.
This album, track.
All right, so quick, quick little tidbit, 42 seconds to explain, hey, we had to get this out the way, I could understand that, it's something sentimental, is emotional, tough situation to have to deal with. But wanting to share that with your fans, that's super impressive. I want to clap it up for that, because, man, sharing with your fans, I think that's something that's super important when you're an artist in any form. You know what I'm saying? Like, figuring out what you want to share with your fans and your supporters and how you do it, that takes just as much thought and work as it does to actually write the raps, write the music, and make the music. So, shout out to them for that. Let me put the chat up. Chat up here. Let me fix it. Get the chat up. But yeah, kudos and shout out to them for doing that. That is you know what I'm saying? And if you guys hear the record, beautiful record, John Legend is on there. My guy said, I don't like the hook and singing as much as the raps. Yeah, sometimes singing, if it's not your bag, it can come off as abrupt. I love it because I love John Legend's hooks, especially on something so sentimental as this. He does a phenomenal job with that. So hearing that first song of the album, it doesn't set you up too much for what they're about to talk about, but it does in a way, because getting so vulnerable on track one, you can kind of set the expectation of, all right, we gonna get the real. We're not here for no cookie cutter, play this today and tomorrow it's gone type music. They're setting you up for, hey man, we're telling you real life situations. We're giving you our story, our actual life. And that's what they do throughout the entire album. But I get it. It's art and it's different. Plus, honor to your parents can take that from them. That's the foundation. Hey, no, 100%. And it's such a beautiful way they did it. It's phenomenal. They share a lot of stuff in there. It's hard to listen to. I'm not gonna lie. It puts you in a head state of like, damn man, I don't want that to happen to me type shit. But it's a beautiful. They did it in a beautiful way, honoring thy parents. I believe ain't that like a commandment or some shit? I think that's one of the 10 commandments or a commandment. I believe so. But beautiful record. So that's how it starts off.